Good morning. I hope I don't have sunscreen on my face anymore, but if so, sun protection above everything. Today is my last day here in the Philippines and of this trip. Now it's technically not the exact last day because I'm gonna be spending the next few days traveling back home. But it is the last day, the last full day where I can do whatever I want, where I have no obligations, where I have no plan. Tomorrow I am taking a van back to Port Barton. No, sorry, from Port Barton to Puerto Princesa. Then later on, the next day I've got a flight to Manila and later on a flight back to Europe. Now, I do have a layover somewhere, so I'm very excited about that because I think that will make the trip come full circle. But when I was planning this 1 year trip, I split it up into 2 parts. So, like, I guess a continent each. I've now been to Asia. As soon as I leave, like, I'm not coming back. Like, I'm sure I'll be back at some point in my life, but for this like 1 year of travel, it's done. I've done it, and it still feels, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, it still feels as though I just got here. It is very, very weird, but I've been trying to like go through photos and seeing what I've done, like the videos help, and that I guess makes it a little bit more real. But it is so crazy to think that I've done all those things, and like this is truly gonna be a trip of a lifetime. It has been, and I think the next part is also going to be. I feel very grateful. I'm very excited to go back home. I'm thrilled to see my family and friends again, but I'm also sad to leave, sad that it's over, sad that I'm already halfway through like my 1 year of travel. Now, it's not exactly a year, but I'm calling it a year. It's going by way too fast. The past few days I've been here in Port Barton, I've maybe filmed like 6-7 videos or like clips. Nothing interesting, so I don't think there will be a video of that. If there is, then it's already up, but I don't think there is enough to make something. I've just been chilling at the beach, to be honest, and I figure I have to do something. Now you can do tours, kind of like the tours in El Nido to like some islands nearby. Honestly, I do not have it in me to do that anymore. It's the end of my trip. I just want to chill and relax, but I do feel like I have to do something. Now, one of the things that I have to do is figure out how to get a ticket to Puerto Princesa by minivan, because I'm out of cash and I need to pay by card, because if I have to take money out again, the fees are crazy high here. So that's something I have to do. And I would love, like after midday when it's not as hot and sunny, I'd love to walk to White Beach. So I think that's the plan. But for now, I'm just gonna spend it here at the beach. So here's a quick weather update. I spent the morning at the beach, but it is 38 degrees, feels like 42. There's no way I'm hiking for an hour and a half to White Beach. Now it is supposed to rain later today, so I don't know if I have time to go. Which once again, a day of doing nothing here. But honestly, I don't mind as much. I'm now going back to the hostel to read for a little bit and make sure that I'm actually in the shade, and then I might head back to the beach. Okay, so I didn't end up going to White Beach because it was way too hot today to do a hike in the sun. So what I've done is I've just chilled at the hostel for a bit and at the beach reading a book. I am now on my way to Costa Rica hostel because I want food, and that's pretty much the only or one of the 2 or 3 places here where you can pay by card. Plus their green curry is really, really good. It's my last night here. I'm gonna watch the rest of the sunset when I'm done, and that's it gonna be for the Philippines. Alright, I watched the sunset, had some food. This is officially the end. Tomorrow morning I still have here, but tomorrow in the afternoon I am leaving. And it feels still so surreal. I'm excited to go home, but I'm very, very sad to leave and to end this chapter. It's been absolutely amazing, but it's time to leave. Good morning. all good things must come to an end, and that includes this trip. And apparently the Philippines agrees because it is raining. But I am heading to the beach to spend my last few hours there. Then I'm gonna pick up my bag, walk to the bus terminal and take a bus to Puerto Princesa. It should take about 3 hours. Get me there at 6. I'm gonna try and find some food. I only can pay by card from now on because I don't have cash. So I'm hoping I can find something. I thought I could spend the night at Puerto Princesa airport. Unfortunately, they close after the last flight. So I've booked myself an accommodation near the airport and I'm just gonna walk tomorrow morning. I think it's about 30 minutes. I am planning on being there about an hour and a half before because they're pretty much the same as Air Asia. They have a 7-kilo limit and the only way to upgrade that is to checked-in luggage, which I haven't done. So I'm just gonna try to fake it. If not, I've already spent too much money on this trip, so I might as well pay for checked-in luggage. But I'm gonna attempt to get it through. And I think I'm just gonna add yesterday's field video onto this one. But in other news, it's starting to rain, and I don't know if you can tell, but like it is all raining up there. I think the Philippines is trying to tell me, get the hell out. No, I'm just kidding. I've loved it here. I've spent way too much money. Like, the Philippines is not a budget-friendly destination. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying. But, oh, it's raining a lot harder. I'm leaving. So I've packed up all of my stuff and it is time to head to the bus station. Now the bus station is like this entire place. The Port Barton is not that big, so you can easily walk everywhere. But when I took the minivan from El Nido to Port Barton, they strapped it on top of the van. So since it's been raining pretty much the entire day, I put on my rain cover and it's not full waterproof, but I'm hoping it'll stay dry. Let's go to Puerto Princesa. Okay, this is quite the spotlight, but the power's out. I've checked into my hotel this time here in Puerto Princesa. I am like right on the airport, as you could see from the last clip. If you just walk out the gate and you just turn to your left, you can see the runway, and we saw a plane taking off, which was really, really cool. Luckily, the airport does close at night, so we won't have that problem in the like middle of the night. And I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 4, so I don't even think I'll be like up. I think I'll be up before the first plane leaves. Now I can't really see this place because I'm using the flashlight for my phone for light because there's no power. But the plan is to, it was, by the way, it was really, really nice. They dropped us off at the hotel. I wanted to spend the night at the airport, but Puerto Princesa airport closes at night, so I couldn't. Now I am starving. I'm so hungry. So I think, because I've spent all of my cash, well, pretty much all of my cash, I've got like a little bit left over for a snack maybe, but not enough to pay for a meal. So I'm gonna go to Jollibee's because that's the only place I know that accepts card. And I'm gonna have some food, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna go to sleep probably. But I think I have some things to say, but I think I need food first, so let's get going. Now, I chose to stay in Port Barton as opposed to spending a day here in Puerto Princesa, and I have no regrets. But one of the like popular things to do here is visit the prison. Now, sadly I don't have time, but that would have been really cool. So I've just come back and there's still no power, so I'm still using the flashlight for my phone, which is not the lighting I was hoping for, but we'll take it. This, I guess, technically is the start of going home, but it's not really. I'm not counting this as like the first part of going home. My flight tomorrow to Manila, I'm counting as the start of my travel days home, I suppose. I'm excited, but I'm equally sad. I'm not sure, I've got mixed feelings. Like, I'm thrilled to see everybody again, to be home in my own bed, like, oh. But I could spend way longer in Asia. When I planned my like 1 year, it's not entirely 1 year, but like 1 year trip, I split it into 2 parts, 2 continents, and I cannot believe that the Asia part is done. Like, I'm leaving and I'm not coming back during this year at least. But I've seen some amazing things, done incredible things. Scenery, nature, animals, people, food, culture. I've seen it all and I'm very grateful for that. I am, like, the more I think about, oh, I've got a flight home, I'm going home, the more excited I get, I suppose. But I asked the guy at reception and he said that for my flight, which leaves at 6, he says it's best to leave at 4. It's about a half-hour walk, so that will get me to the airport at 4:30. I'm not sure what time the airport opens, I might have to Google that later. But he said to leave at 4. I asked him if it's safe to walk around at 4 o'clock in the morning. I figured it was, but I always like try to get a local's perspective. If they're like, oh, you better take a tuk-tuk, then I would have figured something out. But he said it's fine. I haven't been able to post a video for the last 2 days because of the Wi-Fi, and I thought, okay, as soon as I get here, I'll render the video and I will upload it. However, my laptop's dead. So without power, I can't charge it, I can't render it, and I still cannot upload it. So, I mean, by the time this video comes out, that will have long passed. I think I need to upload a video of me traveling to Camegan. I think that's where that's how far behind I am. But yeah, I'm hoping the electricity will come on. If not, if by the time I go to bed the electricity is not on, I am gonna plug all of my things in. I know that's, well, not scary, but like, you can fry your stuff if you have them plugged in and the power turns on. It's better to take everything out, but I think I'm just gonna risk it so that if the power turns on in the middle of the night, I have everything charged. Now I do have one of the light switches turned on. Obviously it's not doing anything, but I'm hoping once the power will come on, I will be, I guess, notified that the power is back on. I don't have an alarm and I am not waking up at 4 by myself without help of an alarm. This could get interesting, but I think for now I'm just gonna call it a day and I will see you tomorrow. So it's been several hours since I arrived. And I was just thinking like, oh, my battery is at 4%. I have like 1 bar in my power bank left. So like, do I want to use that now? No, I'm gonna save that for tomorrow morning or like for tonight because I need an alarm. I was like, it's not gonna be enough. Like, how will I wake up? Like, I have a little bit of battery left in my laptop, so I'll have to charge my phone on that. And then they got that generator to work. So we've got light. And I immediately ran, I sprinted to get everything charged. So right now my phone's charging and my power bank's charging and my laptop is charging. Just in case, you never know, if everything stops working in like an hour, I think I'll be fine. But since there's power, it also means that I can charge my laptop and I can render the video. Now, I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi situation is here, might ask that later. But my data doesn't really work here. I think we're just too far out of town, which is weird because we are in the town, but like we're right by the airport.